4 athletes in this one. Greta STREIMIKYTE, now of Ireland, born in Lithuania, gained citizenship in December last year, just 20 years of age. OSES AYUCAR goes for Spain. PAUTOVA is the reigning champion for Russia, and Paredes Rodriguez, also of Spain. So there is Paredes Rodriguez, 3rd in Swansea 2 years ago, 4th in the Marathon World Championship last year. This is Elena PAUTOVA, silver in Doha last year, the reigning champion in Europe. Izaskun OSES AYUCAR, silver in the 400 here in Grosseto, a major championship debut, former Taekwondo national champion. And this is Greta STREIMIKYTE. Lived in Ireland since 2010, granted citizenship around about 6 months ago. This is a T13 final. STREIMIKYTE is the only T13 classified athlete in there. And there was a sound there as if
yes,
it
testing of the start gun, I think, actually, and none of the athletes were taken by that. So here we go again.
May well have been a discus clattering into the stand anywhere. We are about away. Elena PAUTOVA goes to the front already, just behind her OSES AYUCAR, and those two already making up a bit of headway ahead of the other two. STREIMIKYTE currently in 3rd place. PAUTOVA of Russia running with her guy Grigory Andreev. Remember, it's optional in the T12 classification. That's the classification that PAUTOVA has on her shoulder at the moment. OSES AYUCAR, also of the T12 classification, but opting to run without a guide. Those two are well in front of this women's 1500-meter T13 final at the moment. 3rd place at the moment, STREIMIKYTE, as they come down the home straight towards the start-finish line. PAUTOVA leading, and it's OSES AYUCAR right behind her.
PAUTOVA takes it up with 3 laps to go. The reigning Paralympic and European champion, and she's won the world title in this 4 times previously, and she's been winning 1500 meters going way back to Athens 2004. She's claimed this crown at various levels 5 times. She's the reigning marathon world champion from the London Marathon last year, but Izaskun OSES AYUCAR in her first major championship, the former nurse from Pamplona, based in Navarro, silver in the 200 meters, a great first championship for her. She's T12 medium visual impairment. And in 3rd going back is Greta STREIMIKYTE of Ireland. She lives in Swords, which is where Dublin Airport is based, up in the north of the city. Born in Vilnius, her father moved over to Ireland for work in 2006, moved in 2010. She actually made her debut internationally at the Grosseto Grand Prix, and she's in a good position back in 3rd at the moment, the day when Ireland have won their 4th medal of these championships. But still coming around, 2 laps to go after this. PAUTOVA leading OSES AYUCAR with STREIMIKYTE of Ireland in 3rd.
PAUTOVA looking very comfortable, but as is OSES AYUCAR on her shoulder. These two well clear. It's a straight shootout for the gold medal and the European crown. PAUTOVA is the reigning champion. OSES AYUCAR making a major championship debut at 32. PAUTOVA's just put a bit of gas on here and has opened up a bit of a gap as they go on to the back straight. OSES AYUCAR has looked pretty comfortable on her shoulder up until now, but PAUTOVA is just upping the ante slightly as they come around the top bend again, and that gap is stretching to 3, 4, and now maybe 5 meters. PAUTOVA starting to ask questions of OSES AYUCAR, who at the moment doesn't really have any answers. It's every stride now is widening that gap as PAUTOVA comes round into the home straight. 30-year-old, reigning European champion. She's had OSES AYUCAR on her shoulder throughout this race so far, but she's going to cross the start-finish line well ahead here by at least 10 meters.
PAUTOVA takes the bell and she leads alongside a guy, Grigory Andreev. It's second place at the moment for Izaskun OSES AYUCAR, the former Spanish national taekwondo champion. And taking the bell now for Ireland is Greta STREIMIKYTE in third place. PAUTOVA well out in front of the moment of the athletes using guides, their first and fourth. And STREIMIKYTE, I think, with a 100-metre lead in third place, is secure for Ireland's fifth medal of these championships. But PAUTOVA looking very good. She's going further clear on the far straight, ahead of Izaskun AYUCAR. Elena PAUTOVA is on her way to another major championship gold. It was only silver for her in the 1500 metres in Doha at the World Championships, but she's about to turn the closing straight, and PAUTOVA is going to win another European crown. Won it in Swansea, Lyon, London, Christchurch, Assen and Athens 04, and in the closing straight, Elena PAUTOVA is going to be the European champion here again. Forget about the world record, it's about medals here, and Elena PAUTOVA is on the way to glory.
PAUTOVA crosses the line to become European champion again. Second place and a good effort from OSES AYUCAR on her major championships debut, and actually making up some ground with a quick finish. Greta STREIMIKYTE, bronze for Ireland.
5 medals for Ireland in these European Championships, and there was no Smith and McKillop here. It's been a very, very successful games. They said it was a strong team in an event, and it was. PAUTOVA with an excellent European crown once more, and it'll be fourth for Maria Paredes Rodriguez to cross the line. Well, she won bronze in Swansea. It is fourth place here, and Elena PAUTOVA takes the gold, 4:41.14.
The winning margin was quite a big one in the end for Elena PAUTOVA, who ran about 2 laps with OSES AYUCAR right on her shoulder. But when she put the gas down on the back straight on the penultimate lap, OSES AYUCAR had nothing in response. PAUTOVA, a great champion. And it's gold once again for PAUTOVA and gold once again for Russia.
Consistently winning major championship titles, and her first one coming at the age of 18 in Athens 04. Her 7th major crown over 1500 metres. Elena PAUTOVA is the European champion, OSES AYUCAR, the silver for Spain, and Greta STREIMIKYTE, the bronze for Ireland.